nên là chúng ta cứ phải đọc đi đọc lại.
Dạ vâng, vâng.
Nhưng chúng ta cứ phải đọc đi đọc lại, làm đi làm lại. Còn các bạn tuổi trẻ thì nó khác, còn chúng ta tuổi 20 nó khác cô ạ. Chúng ta cứ phải đọc đi đọc lại. Hôm nay cô Hương mình đi về đấy. Rồi, mình cứ đọc đi ha cô ha. Rồi.
Hello. Hey, Monica, I'm ready.
Ready.
Let's go.
Let's go. Dạ, rồi.
Day 78, April 27. Check in inventory of yourself. 28 questions you should answer. Annual self-analysis is an essential in the effective marketing of personal services, as is annual inventory in merchandising. Moreover, the yearly analysis should disclose a decrease in goals and an increase in virtue. One goal ahead stands still, or go backward in life. One object should be a pause to go ahead. Annual self-analysis will disclose whether advancement has been made, and if so, how much. It will also disclose any backward step one may have made. The effective marketing of personal services requires one to move forward, even if the progress is slow. Your annual self-analysis should be made at the end of each year, so you can include in your New Year resolution any improvement with the analysis should be made. Take this inventory by asking yourself the following question and by checking your answer with the aid of someone who will not permit you to deceive yourself as to their accuracy. Self-analysis questionnaire for personal inventory. Have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for this year? You should work with a definite yearly objective to be attained as a part of your major life objective. Have I delivered service of the best possible quality of which I was capable? Or could I have improved any part of this service? Have I delivered service in the greatest possible quantity of which I was capable? Has the spirit of my conduct been harmonious and cooperative at all times? Have I committed the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency, and if so, to what extent? Have I improved my personality, and if so, in what way? Have I been persistent in following my plan through to completion? Have I reached decisions from promptly and definitely on all occasions. Have I permitted any one or more of the six basic fears to decrease my efficiency? Have I been either over-cautious or under-cautious? Has my relationship with my associates in work been pleasant or unpleasant? If it has been unpleasant, has the fault been partly or wholly mine? Have I dissipated any of my energy through lack of concentration of effort? Have I been open-minded and tolerant in connection with all subjects? In what way have I improved my ability to render service? Have I been intemperate in any of my habits? Have I expressed either openly or secretly any form of egotism? Day 7-9 April 28. Has my conduct toward my associates been such that it has induced them to respect me? Have my opinion and decision been based upon westward or accuracy of analysis and thought? Have I followed the habit of budgeting my time, my expenses, and my income, and I have been conservative in this bucket? How much time have I devoted to unprofitable effort, which I might have used to better advantage? How may I re-budget my time and change my habits so I will be more efficient during the coming year? Have I been guilty of any conduct which were not approved by my conscience? In what way have I rendered more service and better service than I was paid to render? Have I been unfair to anyone, and if so, in what way? If I had been the pursuer of my whole services for the year, would I be satisfied with my pursuer? Am I in the right vocation? And if not, why not? Has the purchase of my services been satisfied with the service I have rendered? And if not, why not? What is my present attitude on the fundamental principle of success? Make this rating fairly and friendly and have it checked by someone who is courageous enough to do it accurately. Having read and assimilated the information conveyed through this chapter, you are now ready to create a practical plan for marketing your personal services. In this chapter will be found an adequate description of every principle essential in planning the sale of personal services, including the major attributes of leadership, the most common causes of failure in leadership, a description of the pairs of opportunity for leadership, the main causes of failure in all walks of life, and the important question which should be used in self-analysis. This extensive and detailed presentation of accurate information has been included because it will be needed by all who must begin the accumulation of riches by marketing personal services. Those who have lost their fortunes and those who are just beginning to earn money have nothing but personal services to offer in return for riches. Therefore, it is essential that they have available the practical information needed to market service to best advantage. The information contained in this chapter will be of great value to all who aspire to attain leadership in any calling. It will be particularly helpful to those aiming to market their services as business or industrial executive. Complex assimilation and understanding of the information here conveyed will be helpful in marketing one or the services, and it will also help one to become more analytical and capable of judging people. The information will be priceless to personal directors, employment managers, and other executives charged with the selection of employees and the maintenance of efficient organization. If you doubt this statement, test its soundness by answering in writing the 28th cell analysis question. That might be both interesting and profitable. Even those you do not doubt the soundness of the statement. Day 80. April 29. Where and how one will find opportunity to accumulate riches. Now that we have analyzed the principle by which riches may be accumulated, we naturally ask, where may one find favorable opportunity to apply these principles? Very well. Let us take inventory and see what these United States of America offer the person seeking riches.
To begin with, let us remember all of us and that we live in a country where every law-abiding citizen enjoys freedom of thought and freedom of speech, freedom of and freedom anywhere in the world. Most of us have never
anywhere in the world. Most of us have never taken inventory of this freedom. We have never compared our unlimited freedom with the curtailed freedom in other countries. Here, we have a freedom of thought, freedom in choice and enjoyment of occupation, freedom in religion, freedom in politics, freedom in the choice of a business, profession or occupation, freedom to accumulate and earn without molestation, or the property, we can accumulate freedom to choose our place of residence, freedom in marriage, freedom through equal opportunity for all race, freedom of travel from one state to another, freedom in our choice of food, and freedom to arm for any station in life for which we have prepare ourselves, even for the presidency of the United States. We have other form of freedom, but this list will give a bird's eye view of the most important, which constitutes of the highest order. This advantage of freedom is on the more conspicuous because the United States is the only country guaranteeing to every citizen, whether native born or naturalized, so broad and varied a list of freedom. Next, let us recount some of the blessings which our widespread freedom has played within our hands. Take the average American family, for example, meaning the family of average income, and sum up the benefits available to every member of the family in this land of opportunity. Plenty, food, nature freedom of thought, and heat to calm food, clothing, and shelter, the three basic necessities of life. Because of our universal freedom, the average American family has available at its very door the choicest selection of food to be found anywhere in the world and at prices within its financial range. A family of two living in the heart of Times Square, district of New York City, far removed from the source of production of food, took careful inventory of the cost of a simple breakfast with its astonishing result. Articles of food cost at the breakfast table, red fruit juice from Florida to ripple with breakfast food, cancer from tea from China to banana from South America, toasted bread from Kansas farm, fresh country egg from Utah, 7 sugar from Cuba or Utah, butter and cream from New Zealand, rent total 20. 81 April 30. It is not very difficult to obtain food in a country where two people can have a breakfast consisting of all they want or need for a team of peas. Observe that this simple breakfast was gathered by some strength from marriage from China, South America, Utah, Kansas, and New England states, and delivered on the breakfast table, ready to consumption in the very heart of the most crowded city in America, at a cost well within the means of the most humble laborer. The cost included on federal, state, and city taxes, Here is a fact: the politicians did not mention when they were crying out to the voter to throw their opponent out of office, because the people were being touched to death. Shelter. This family lives in a comfortable apartment heated by steam, lighted with electricity, with gas for cooking, or for 6,500 a month. In a smaller city or a more sparsely sheltered part of New York City, same apartment could be had for as low as $2,000 a month. The toast they had for breakfast in the food estimate were toasted on an electrical toaster, which cost but a few dollars. The apartment is clean with a vacuum whipper that is run by electricity. Hot and cold water is available at all times in the kitchen and the bedroom. The food is kept cool in a refrigerator that is run by electricity. The wife curls her hair, washes her clothes, and irons them with easily operated electrical equipment on her wall obtained by sticking a plug in the wall. The husband saved with an electric saver, and they receive entitlement from all over the world, 24 hours a day if they want it, without cost, by merely turning the dial of their radio. There are other conveniences in this apartment, but the following list will give a fair idea of some of the concrete evidences of the freedom we of America enjoy, and this is neither policy nor economic propaganda. Clothing. Anywhere in the United States, the woman of every clothing requirement can dress very comfortably and nearly for less than $200 a year, and the average man can dress for the same or less. Only the three basic necessities of food, clothing, and shelter have been mentioned. The average American citizen has other privileges and advantages available in return for modest effort. Exceeding 8 hours per day of labor. Among these is the privilege of automotive transformation, which you can overcome at will the very small cost. The average American has security of property right not found in any other country in the world. He can pay his purpose money in rent with the assurance that his government will protect it and make good to him if the plan fails. If an American citizen wants to travel from one state to another with no passport, no one's permission, he may go when he pleases and return at will. Moreover, he may travel by train, private, automotive by bus, airplane. Còn có 2 phút rồi chị.
Mình đọc đến đây thôi nhé.
Pocketbook permits, in Germany, Russia, Italy, and most of the other European and Oriental countries, the people cannot travel with so much freedom and at so little cost. coach.
Dạ, rồi, biết ơn
Dạ.
cô.
Biết ơn chị. Trời ơi.
Dạ, đến bài 81 rồi. Đến ngày
Dạ.
81 rồi. Còn khoảng bao nhiêu ngày nữa? 170 ngày á. Mình đọc được 50% rồi đó cô.
Trời ơi, chị Sống là giỏi quá đi mất rồi.
Dạ, biết
Dạ,
ơn
biết
cô
ơn
đồng
chị.
hành.
Dạ.
Biết ơn cô đồng hành với